I've made the most money for my business, but none of it was in the way I intended to. So then part of that makes me feel like a little bit of a failure.
Right now, I'm really in that process of knowing the things that I've been supposed to do. That's what needs to get done right now in order for me to get to the next level.
The stuff I did to get to where I am now can't be the stuff that I do to get to the next level.
Right.
I'm realizing that it's going to take more. I've gotten a little comfortable, so I'm realizing that I'm going to have to start getting uncomfortable now, doing things that I've never did before, actually doing the ideas that I think that are in my mind, you know.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Travion. Welcome to the Growing Painz podcast, where we talk about business, music, and the life of a young adult. Let's get it.
Yes, my name is Yanni.
Hey, y'all. I'm Jada.
All right, y'all. So I got a question. Being 100% transparent, how would y'all say y'all business is going in this season? Or what's something y'all are currently trying to get over?
I currently have a business coach as of right now.
Okay.
So right now, I'm really in that process of knowing the things that I've been supposed to do. That's what needs to get done right now in order for me to get to the next level. So raising prices and, setting a standard in business. That's something that we talked about on Go Getter Development. So setting that standard and making it clear to everyone, standing on that word, and making sure that I'm pacing myself and being realistic with the times that I can create and not forcing myself to create within a standard of what everybody else wants. So just being really clear in business and also setting things up in a way where I don't have to be that overachiever or work at such a high, like at an extreme level where it's so intense and I constantly have to meet this deadline, be here, do all of that stuff. So that's something that I'm working on. And getting from a place as a graphic designer, not doing a la carte work and more so doing retainer and subscription. So that's the current place that I'm going to.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I would say for me, a thought that I've had recently is I feel like everything is moving really fast, but it's like, how the heck did I get here?
No, for real.
So it's like this year, I've made the most money for my business, but none of it was in the way I intended to. So then part of that makes me feel like a little bit of a failure because it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I haven't done nothing bad, but It's just like I'm making money, but it's like the thing that I know I'm going to do, that's going to make me even more money. But I don't know, I kind of just was reflecting and it's like, dang, not how did I get here? But I just feel like every time it's moving by so fast. And I feel like, oh, you're making money from this, you're making money from this, you're making money from this. But it doesn't feel like, oh, you really accomplished something.
Right.
Maybe because it didn't feel like purpose behind what I was doing, I guess. So it just feels like, how did I get here? You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm doing my launch and it's officially coming out in 2 weeks. And so, or like 2.5, like around Fashion Week, basically, which is between the 9th and the 13th of September. So, I'm getting stuff together for that. I'm about to get more content of the pants outside of like having influencers in them. I'm gonna do like some shoots of myself and models in them, like styling them different ways, stuff like that. But I know that is going to bring in a lot of money for me. But outside of that, of the money part, I know that's like supposed to be like my big project for the year, essentially. And so, yeah, I just feel like I did this last year as far as I was making more money, but it was doing like different business ideas that I wasn't supposed to do. But it's like, ooh, I just got a word. Okay, so it's like you get satisfied with what you have because you think it's better than what you've had before. But the thing that you're really supposed to have is actually way better than what you're getting right now.
Oh, that reminds me of the Bible verse that says, why do you say the old days are good days when you don't even know what days are coming?
Ooh, yes. And so that's kind of how I feel is yeah, it's not like things are necessarily like bad that like, yeah, it's not like things are bad. Like technically that means your business is growing, but I'm not doing the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. Like I know for a fact, because God gives me my ideas as far as the steps for my business, I know what God has in store for me is way better than this stuff that I'm doing off of my own will. Right. And so that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
How about you?
I would say for me, I'm learning that the stuff I did to get to where I am now can't be the stuff that I do to get to the next level.
Right.
I'm realizing that it's going to take more. I've gotten a little comfortable, so I'm realizing that I'm gonna have to start getting uncomfortable now, doing things that I've never did before, actually doing the ideas that I think that are in my mind, you know. Really just being more intentional and executing. Okay, it's cool you have the plan for what you want next, but do it now.
Yep.
Like you set the plan, but do it, you know. And I feel like I'm also in a season where God is making me be uncomfortable, you know. He's putting me in a season where I have no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, go hard. And it's like, I needed that, you know, because sometimes you need a little kick because you get too comfortable. So yeah, just doing things doing what I know needs to get done, and also building a new skill set. That's something else I've been thinking about. That's something that my mentor was just talking about on the call is you need the skill sets, you know, he was saying you can't go there, you have to grow there. And so I'm realizing that where I want to go, I know the skill set I need, which is email marketing, because I have the email subscribers and stuff like that, but I don't send the emails out. So and that's something that I've been trying to learn for the longest, but now I know how to.
Yeah.
And so now I just have to do it. And also I'm realizing that I need a mentor because, man, the day before InvestFest, we're at the bowling alley and somebody, shout out to him, his brand is actually Lost Hearts. He was giving me game and it's exactly what I needed. And so just executing. And he also made me realize that I need a mentor because all the stuff he was telling me, he was like, I learned all of this because of my mentors. And I'm just like, dang, I could be where I want to be so much faster if I have somebody in my ear telling me what to do instead of trying to, you know, YouTubing and, you know, researching on your own is cool, but you could get there so much faster if you have a mentor to help you, just give you the plan, you know?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely something. I like what you said about being comfortable because we could lose not everything, but we can lose the thing that we thought we never would because we're being comfortable, because we're not taking the step to elevate to the next level. And that's definitely something that I've done of, you know, a client, you know, going to somebody else and their work isn't as good, but they charge way more. And it's almost as if, okay, what is your relationship with money? That's been my conversation with me now recently is what is my relationship with money? Because why is it a challenge for me to ask for what I deserve and ask for the things that I've worked for, ask for the skill level that I've, you know, constantly have worked on within the last 3 to 4 years and all of that. Like I will create scenarios in my mind of, oh, I can't raise my prices because this situation or this situation, but it's almost like you have not because you ask not. And if you don't ask for what you want, then you'll never receive it. If you didn't even put the offer out there, you can never receive exactly what you desire to have because it's not something that you really are making yourself work towards. And that's something that I have like had a challenge with is I can get so caught up in creating and not caught up in being in the actual back end of the business, like actually doing the work that's required in order to get to the next level, in order to delegate the work. Everybody says, oh, you should delegate, you should get a team, you should do this. Okay, you want to get a team, but the foundation isn't clear. Is your SOP set up? Do you have the standard set with your clients so that they're not experiencing the same struggles that you experience where I'm working 24/7, I'm waking up in front of my laptop, I'm going to sleep with the laptop on my lap and different things of that nature. And as a creative, as a designer, you can get caught up in just creating and not really paying attention to what's really needs to get done as a business. And even for me, learning to let go of clients and people that I desire to continue working with. But if we just aren't in alignment, that's okay, and be okay with that, because it's not necessarily there's any bad blood, but in this season I have to move on, and you also have to move on with your journey. There's no plan B. I have to go with plan A, because this is what's taking me to the next level. This is what's gonna take my family out of where I would like all of us to be. This is gonna help open doors for my little brother in whatever it is he want to do. This is gonna, retire my mom, all of that stuff. So when you're being selfish with not asking for what you deserve, or when you're being selfish with just not moving on the things that you need to move on, you're holding back the potential that your family sees in you. You're holding back on your investors, your family. If they have invested in you, you're holding back on their investment, because they invested into whatever it is. My grandpa, I literally made like a couple thousand, and I saved up to get a laptop, and I only needed like 1,000 left. And he literally gave me the last 1,000 to him, and my grandma gave me the last 1,000 in order to get what I needed. And then my mom gave me another couple hundreds in order to buy my camera. And so those are my investors, my starting investors. And if I just quit or don't move on to what else,
because that could have been their last.
Yeah, like if I don't move on to what it is that I need to do, and I'm being scary about it, then they wasted their time for no reason. They could have kept that money and paid their bills and made sure that they were straight.